Hey guys, welcome back. The final part, we're there after 20 months. Parts 97 to 100 of Fanhome's Millennium Falcon. Let's go ahead and get this thing finished. Here it is, the final box. 2 years, maybe just under, I think it's 20 months in the end. And about to finish it. Now, caveat, I'll do my best with this one. Thing's massive. It's not going to film on the workbench. I'll try to film it best I can with my phone and kind of show you what's going on. I think this pack is mostly detail and finishing up, basically. So, without further ado, this is what we got left. Parts. I noticed we do have a key fob, which is, remember I talked earlier about, I think in previous months, about not having a remote. So obviously that's the very last pack, 100. And 199, 98, and 97. So usually 5 a month. This final pack we have 4 to wrap up the 100. And they throw in 2 of these, which I think is exactly the same in error. I've got a finishing reference, scale, replica movie prop. Oh no, my bad actually. You have the top view and the underside view. So okay. And this is to scale. So it probably helps with painting and stuff. So put this to the side, and we're going to go through these a little bit more detail as we go, but you can see these 4 parts here. Actually, I have 5. 97, 98, 99, 100. I have 2 98s. Okay, well, if anybody needs a 98, I have an extra. So, yeah, as you can see, it just basically sprues with parts to glue on. So, that's kind of where we're at. So, this part, I'm going to finish the actual build itself, and then on another video, we're going to mask it up and paint and weather the whole thing. Might be on my Patreon only. We'll see. Might be a Patreon exclusive video. Not decided yet. 97 to 100. And I'm going to go through the magazines. And you can see this is basically the whole thing is just instructions. There's no information about anything else on there in the Star Wars universe. And all we're doing is taking the sprues, and as you can see here, just going through and adding all the detail. Super gluing them all. Okay, in the back there we have a little bit about some Star Wars universe. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So that's going to be the game plan with 97. And then pretty much the other parts are going to be exactly the same as well. So I'm going to get it out. I'm going to start going through this. Actually, let me show you the parts real quick first. Slice the bag open. And you can see basically sprues or plastic. And the final 3, these grills for the engine deck. Cool. All right, let me get to work. Okay, so that was probably about an hour's work getting all detail back here. Now, excuse this, I've just dropped some super glue on here, but generally I found it was really tricky with these little pictures to understand exactly where it was, where it went. It was really hard to figure out. And then at the end I realized, oh, if you use this picture back on page 6 and 7, it gives you a much better idea of what's going on back there and where the pieces go. Because with these little kind of snippets here, you don't know which one. There's 6 of these guys on here. You don't know which one it is. So it was really kind of complex, to be honest with you. But still, super glue just went through, added them all in, and 2 sprues and landing leg, and this part you have left over. So on to 98 and more parts. We're going to, sorry for the glare of the camera here, we're going to adding plant on details. So again, more detail stuff going on. Like so. And choosing your mounting, optional bracket. I think if you subscribe, you get the brackets included. I didn't, but from what I see, I think they're just basic TV brackets. They got that 4 holes which you put like a computer monitor or television. You get on Amazon for like $15. So shows you here bracket. This one's the swivels. I'm just reading this through as I go through, right? Mounting, wall mounting, all the rest of the stuff. Again, this thing is super heavy. Definitely want to get into a stud. Okay, and then we're going to move on to the legs. So then we're going to assemble the legs. Like so. So there we go. That's it. So part-wise, what are we on now? We're on 98. We have all these small parts. I'll lose some of this. And then more leg stuff and some few sprues. Like so. So, yeah, I'll get to work on this and put this. That thing's massive. You see how big the thing is, obviously. I'll get back to work. Again, a lot more work on this one. Probably another hour's work to get all this stuff cut off and cleaned and stored. All these holes on here will need to be filled with some kind of detail by the time we're done. So that part was actually relatively easy. 20 minutes maybe. Move the camera around. Some stuff going on back here. And all these actuators around the back were pre-cut. Just need to simply just super glue them in. Boom, 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 boom. 13 of them. Some worker back here. And then at the front here, these guys went on. And these couple of pieces here. And a piece over there as well. Pretty straightforward. Was other one other panel went on under the underside. Flip it over. Just went on place. I'm not going to move it right now to show you, but it's pretty straightforward. So that's it. Now pack 100 out of 100, the final. Now, no, obviously don't have the radar dish on. That's to the side. Yeah, I'm going to put it on because I might break it off right now. So next parts, we have a remote control. We have a small sprue. And going back through 47, 49, 52 onwards, hopefully you've saved all these up, which I have. And we're just going to go through, add all these pipes and detail and greebles to the upper side. So. And then, great, need a battery that's not included. A battery of 223 AE12. Okay, so some obscure battery. I guess I could go Dollar Tree, see if I can find it. Pay all this money for these part works, and I noticed in the Batmobile as well, they don't include batteries anymore. So, yeah, I'm not sure. You're paying, best part of $2,000 on this, and they can't throw in a 50-cent battery. Not cool at all, really. But anyway, so I have to source a battery, so we can't do it right now. And get all the battery put in, and then it should work the ramp and the lights, the 2 buttons. And congratulations, it's complete. So part-wise, we just have this little tiny bag, little thing of sprues. As I mentioned, we have a bunch left over from previous months, and we have the remote control minus the battery. So I'm just going to go work through, get all the old parts out, get all the rest of stuff put in, and we'll come back and see the final reveal. So finished finally. This lasts for best part of a weekend on and off, getting all these details on, and finished it. I'm going to roll over, should I say, over here, and you can maybe see a little better. I'll try to put some snippets in from outside as well, as always, or some better photos. It's massive, as you can see. It's on its legs, freestanding, and quite the beast. Now, I say it's finished. It's obviously finished per the instructions. Oh, knocking at my chair. Obviously finished per the pack and the instructions, but this is just plain plastic. I'm going to do my spin on it. I'm going to paint it, weather it, all that kind of stuff. But it's obviously a huge project. Not sure when I'm going to do that at some point in time. And just seeing it and the size of it, I think the only way to display it really would be on the wall. And that would be using like a simple TV mount. I think it's a 400 by 400 configuration. Might want to check on that. But a simple TV mount, you get an Amazon for like $15. This thing does weigh like 20 plus pounds, more than probably a TV nowadays. And just mount it flat on a wall. Maybe some lights behind it, LEDs on a wall, like a man cave, with my studio here somewhere. Not have that much space. And yeah, that's really, unless you can build a coffee table around it or something. I'd say it's bigger probably than the Lego one. If you want a Falcon that's a little bit more manageable, you might want to do the Bandai one. That's obviously a lot cheaper. The Bandai Perfect Grade Millennium Falcon, it's like this big. This thing is 30 plus inches. But yeah, cool. Few tips from building this, just kind of pass on over the last 20 months. Normally with these builds, I like to kind of binge build them. And what I mean by that is get some of the parts and then just do 5 or 6 at once rather than just doing them at a time. Because typically with the cars, you just do like a wheel or a door. It's over in like 15 minutes. So if you binge them, I kind of like do that. If you do that though, make sure to check every month you got all the right parts, not missing anything, because you don't want to wait 2 years and find out they don't have it. And yeah, so that's the first thing. So, well, not first, but the binging it. So this, I wouldn't binge it because it's pretty monotonous. Like you saw, the first year plus was just putting together a metal frame. It's like building tank tracks over and over again. Just there's hundreds of screws in there. So to sit down and just screw the whole structure together in like over a weekend or a week, that would be pretty brutal. So I think this was definitely worth doing monthly and just doing as you go along. Does call out for certain paint things here and there along the way. I didn't do that obviously because I'm going to paint the whole thing at the end, one go. So the first thing would be, yeah, just do it monthly. I think it's a little bit easier. Don't stock it up. It'll be brutal, not monotonous, kind of boring. Do the whole thing together. Radar, don't do what I do and glue it together. I don't read instructions. You should just place it together, put instructions, and you can move it around. This is glued in place. It is what it is. It's no problem. It spins around, but I can't rotate it. I super glued it. Talking about super glue, early on in the build, you see I used plastic glue, like Tamiya glue, Tamiya cement. Just used regular super glue. This is the same bottle I've used pretty much over a year. This stuff is from Temu. Now, it's just generic 20 grams super glue. And I tell you, this has been open. I've been using this for over a year. And this costs like $1. And it's still got a little dribble left in the bottom. So just basic super glue. And everything's super glued. No problem at all. I didn't go too crazy with mine. Like, I just dabbed it on glue thing. I wasn't too careful. There's some few glue spots here and there. Because again, with mine, I'm going to paint it. So I didn't care so much about making any marks on it. Just seeing popping out here. It's a little tricky to handle now. Early on, it's fine, but now I've got these greebles all over it. It's definitely hard to handle. See the white metal gun. Obviously, needs cannon on top, needs to be painted, all that kind of stuff. Do wish there was a mask set. Right now, there isn't one. I might need to reach out to Lou at Aztec Dummy, see if he can create one for me. But all this glass work obviously needs to be all masked up. The lights on the underside need to be masked up, and then just go at it, painting it. Like I said, I will do a standalone video at some point, maybe on my Patreon about colors and stuff. Insignia White Tamiya AS20, or there's an LP lacquer paint version too. I can't remember the color. I think it's right here. LP35. This is Empire Strikes Back, which this one is. This is the correct color to use. So just heads up. You can get the rattle cans, but for me, I work with airbrush, a little bit finer detail, so I use a bunch of these thinned down with lacquer thinner. LP35, which is the same as AS20 in the rattle can. And that'll give you more of the colors effect. And yeah, it looks amazing, right? It's pretty cool. I certainly enjoyed it. Again, if you want to subscribe at the time of recording this, is available down below. Fanhome did send this to me free of charge, so thank you, Fanhome, for sending it to me over the last 20 months to build it up. They don't review any of my videos, provide any kind of comments or anything. It's all my own feedback, and if you've seen along the way, I've definitely provided some constructive criticism and some negativity as well as positivity. But yeah, knock yourself out. If you want Giant Falcon, there it is. Now, this does come up, and you can see the interior. I don't want to mess with it and kind of move it all around right now. I'm worried I'm going to break it. So, yeah, it kind of fits. The way it fits onto here is pretty sturdy. So I'm going to leave it. You've seen previous parts. I'm going to leave it as is. I don't want to take it apart, but some of these panels do come off. And there we go. That's it. Last thing, do have the panels underneath. So if you don't want the legs, if you're having it in flight, you got the panels on the magnets that go underneath, and hidden behind there are the 4 holes to mount it to the bracket for TV mount as well. They're all hidden behind these panels. But that is really it. Thank you for joining me. Hopefully you enjoyed this series. I still have the Batmobile ongoing for a couple more months, and that'll be wrapping up as well. If you want to see me tackle the painting on this one and the weathering, subscribe if you haven't done so already. And yeah, there we go. Catch you next time.